Hey Lawn Care Nation, so it's the second week for me mowing here in 2020. I just arrived at my commercial property that I hadn't mowed last week. I was still waiting for them to get back to me and let me know if they wanted me to continue service this year, and they did, so that's awesome to be able to keep another lawn on the list. This one's a very unique sort of commercial property because essentially it's an old farmhouse, an old farm property that the family that grew up here, they don't live here anymore, but they've converted the property into a family business. So you guys can join me and check out a little bit of this property and you know, sort of the kind of a utility cut, I call it. It's nothing fancy, there's no edging or any of that. It's just, you know, basically a mow and blow on this type of property with side discharging, and try to make it look as best as I can. You know, there's a bunch of leaves and sticks and things all over this property that have fallen since my last visit in the fall. So I'm going to do my best to just go over it, to maybe double cut it, triple cut it in some spots, to you know, side discharge and mulch up all that stuff, and it'll get nicer and nicer as the weeks go on, as I do each weekly cut. But like I say, pretty basic, straightforward cut with this place. All right, so hope you guys enjoy. So you can see I've had to trim along this fence here. There's a bit of a cow pasture in the back here that I don't have to mow, but I just do all the trimming around it, and then I do all of the mowing along, you can see the fence there, do all the trimming, and then I got to do all of the mowing around this section here. You can see it's still pretty dirty, and then around the other side where the old farmhouse is, I'm gonna mow all of that, and then the other side of the yard as well. So all of that there as well. So for this one, I'm just going to use the Turf Tracer. We're going to do some side discharging and see where we're at with that, what that looks like. So we're just going to do our best, do side discharge, try to clean it up. The blonde is pretty tall in some patches. There's some still some leaves and stuff, but we'll see how it does once we go over it. Pretty good job. Turf Tracer does a really good job. So this one I do once a week. I do this commercial property. Like I said before, it's an old farmhouse that the family of the business here grew up in. This was their family farm, and you know, they've since turned it into a business. The actual farmhouse itself now, right there, is now just rented out to somebody. Somebody lives in there, and then they've got the whole business running in the back. They do hay sales, so they bring in bales of hay and stuff to distribute to the agricultural community here. So I do this property once a week. I just talked to the guy there, the owner, and he was saying, asking me, you know, if I've been keeping busy, and was basically saying, hey, you're lucky that you have a job that you can continue to do right now during this whole pandemic outbreak. And I was like, yeah. And he's saying, you know, same with them, that they are an essential service and have to obviously be able to carry on to you know, bring in hay bales and stuff for all of the horses and things in the community that need to feed, obviously. Since I talked or did my last video with you guys talking about that, I did lose one customer so far this year. Somebody has called in the last week and basically said that they lost their job, basically got laid off temporarily, at least is what they're saying. So told me to stop mowing the lawn for now. They'll do it for themselves, and then once you know, they get their job back, that they will give me a call again. And they want to continue with, they want to do a lawn reno and stuff that I was talking to them about last year. So their plans, at least for right now, they're saying they still want to go ahead with that, but they just got to postpone it for now until you know, get their job back. Hopefully in a few months, when this whole you know, thing settles down, and you know, things get back to normal. So this property is a bit fun to do because, like I said, you know, it's a commercial property. I get to do it once a week. I'm pretty much left alone when I'm here because they're all busy doing whatever they're doing, running the business. This is one where I don't have to bag. In fact, I just side discharge, as you guys saw. So I did a couple passes this time to try to get rid of all of the leaves and stuff that were left and had fallen, I guess, since the time I finished doing the mowing last year. So you can see it did a pretty good job. There was a big pile right here. You can see it actually kind of killed off the grass there. But I mulched it as best as I could for this week, and you know, it looks pretty good, and it'll get better within the next you know, few mows or so as I continue to come by and do the weekly mowing. This one on this side here, I did the mowing in one direction, mulched it all up, and then I had to hit it again in the opposite direction to try to disperse some of those clippings and stuff. So you can see it did a pretty good job. So have you guys experienced any of your clients canceling so far for the pandemic? Any of your businesses been affected by that so far? Let me know in the comments below. have it, Lawn Care Nation. That is my first cut of the season on this commercial farmhouse property. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. Leave a comment down below and let me know if you guys have started your lawn care season yet, and also if you've had any customers canceling, if you are able to go out and work, if you've had any customers canceling due to the ongoing pandemic at the moment. So that's it for this one, guys. Here's to wishing you guys all overwhelming success and freedom in your lawn care business. Bye for now.